Amy here. Our next speaker is from the Green Party North East. Rachel, is Rachel around? She was here one moment ago. Looking for, here she is. So please give a big round of applause for Rachel from North East Green.
Hello. Well, we've really annoyed Priti Patel over the last couple of years, haven't we? I think we should give ourselves a great big cheer for that. It's because of our efforts that she and the awful government that she represents are trying to hammer through this vicious, spiteful, poorly thought through piece of legislation. It's a bill that will effectively give her the power to decide what we protest about, when we protest about it, and how noisy we can be when we protest about it. It's a bill that will take away our right to protest. It's a bill that will criminalise people, will send people to prison for taking part in peaceful but prohibited protests. Peaceful but prohibited. How did we get here? And it's a bill that will clearly paint a target on the backs of climate activists, because a lot of these provisions have been directly inspired by climate activism. We won't be allowed to protest, or perhaps even picket, when those protests might disturb major infrastructure such as roads, airports and oil refineries, the very things that are driving the major extinction event that we are living through. We won't be allowed to seriously annoy corporations who are making profits from destroying our only survivable habitat. And I really want to seriously annoy those people. I want to go further than that. I want to shut their operations down. We won't be allowed to speak out about accelerating climate change and the fact that our government is doing nothing about it. COP26 proved that they've got nothing more than pretty words and lies about being world-beating to offer us. And so we need to defeat this bill. We need to stop ourselves being silenced. We need to take action, because taken together with other legislation that will stop citizens submitting government policy to judicial reviews, legislation that is gerrymandering electoral boundaries, that is taking away the vote from those without ID. It looks very much like a government determined to stop anyone challenging those with power. And what do they expect us to do? What do they expect us to do if they stop challenges on the streets, in the courts, at the ballot box, on the picket line? They expect us to roll over. They expect us to stay at home and be quiet while they run down and sell off the NHS, while they refuse to fight the climate crisis, while they crush the vulnerable with repeated welfare cuts and caps. Are we going to do that? Are we going to let them take away the freedoms, the freedom of expression, freedom of assembly and freedom of speech that our ancestors fought for? I don't think so. What do you think? No chance, no. And so we have a chance to stop it. We have the Lords. We have to encourage the Lords to vote down these amendments on Monday, and that will effectively kill them off. And it seems ironic that we're relying on an unelected chamber to save democracy, but we're through the looking glass now. This is where we are. And we need to unleash a wave of protest. If you've got a spare couple of hours on a Saturday afternoon, apply to protest. Got a couple of hours on an evening, apply to protest. Even if it's just a few of you, even if it's just you on your lunch break, overwhelm their stupid system. Make it clear that we will not stay at home, we will not be quiet, we will not allow ourselves to be silenced by a bunch of overprivileged, corrupt, authoritarian fools in Parliament. They say you can't fight the system, but they would say that. It's their system. But we can fight it, we will fight it, and we will win. So, whose streets? Our streets, always and forever. Thank you.